Small dent removal, as created by falling hail, can be removed with some success using the Autotron induction heater and the Bolt Pro inductor in much the same way as performed by a torch. The advantage of using the Autotron is that the metal behind the paint is heated, preventing damage to the paint that would normally be created by a torch. The Autotron should be set in the low setting for dent removal because the concentrated heat created by the Bolt Pro can quickly burn painted panels. New users should practice on scrap dented panels prior to using the Autotron on a customer's vehicle. To remove a typical hail dent, start by placing the tip of the Bolt Pro at the outer edge of the dent. Move the Bolt Pro in a circular pattern around the dent, working your way toward the center of the dent. The dent will gradually raise as the Bolt Pro approaches the center of the dent. Dents will react differently to the heat produced by the Bolt Pro depending on the geometry of the dent and its proximity to other mechanical details in the dented panels. Again, new users need to have ample practice to perfect the art of dent removal using the Autotron prior to working on a customer's car. Pinstripes and vinyl graphics can literally be wiped off from painted panels when heated by the Autotron induction power source. The Autotron should always be set to a low setting when removing pinstripes and vinyl graphics because the Body Pro inductor is as close to the metal as it possibly can be, resulting in maximum heat production to the panel. The speed at which heat is created at this close distance can quickly burn the paint. It is recommended that new users heat scrap painted panels with the intent to burn the paint in order to get the feel of how quickly heat is generated from the Autotron. Dwell over the end of the stripe or vinyl graphic to be removed for 2 or 3 seconds. Very little heat is required to remove pinstripes. If a pinstripe is heated too much, it will become too soft and mushy, making it stretch and difficult to remove. If a stripe is overheated, allow it to cool for a minute or two and then start over again. Once the stripe starts to lift, continue to move the Body Pro inductor at a constant rate while pulling the stripe from the panel. Post-cleaning of the panel to remove residual adhesive is not required because the adhesive is removed with the stripe or vinyl graphic. The Bolt Pro is specifically designed to produce heat in a concentrated area. It is capable of producing temperatures exceeding 1400 degrees Fahrenheit in just a few seconds. This rapid, intense heating is ideal for freeing rusted fasteners by taking advantage of thermal expansion created by an induction phenomenon known as skin effect. Skin effect describes the tendency of an induced high-frequency current to run along the surface of a conductor. This tendency allows the nut or a bolt to be rapidly heated while the bolt or stud remains relatively cool. The differential in temperature causes the nut to expand at a greater rate than the stud, breaking the rust grip, allowing it to be removed with much less force than would normally be required. Generally, only moderate heat is required to remove stuck fasteners. Although the Bolt Pro inductor is encapsulated within a flame retardant material, care should be taken to maintain an air gap between the Bolt Pro inductor and the metal object being heated. Prolonged contact between a Bolt Pro inductor and a hot part can cause premature wear and/or unwarranted damage to the tool. The intense heat created by the Bolt Pro is also ideal for metal shrinking. All paints and other coatings should be removed from panels prior to heating for metal shrinking to prevent the possible creation of toxic fumes and fires. Heat the area of the panel where shrinking is required. After heating, tap the raised area down with a hammer.